YouTube. This is my first video. I've actually had a few comments about some other people's videos that have been on the net, but I just figured that I'd go ahead and throw my ideas out and see how many holes people can shoot in them before, I don't know, I think of something better. I've seen a lot of stuff with EDCs, and EDCs are fine, but quite often I see people putting too much stuff in them, and they essentially end up becoming a bug-out bag on their hip, which would just be annoying in my opinion. So I guess we'll just get started here with saying that you can have everything you need on a belt system. I do not like this belt, but this belt will just have to work because it's got the damn plastic clips on it. Cold environment or what have you, they will shatter or dry rot. So get something metal or at least some sort of toggle system that'll work a lot better, that's easy to get away from but holds its weight. Ammunition, I do use the 7.62 Nagant. I've upgraded it a little bit myself. I'm still working on it, but there's that, and that's 40 rounds, 20 in each pouch. We have a pair of binoculars here, 8x21, 26 millimeters, 1000 meters, not millimeters, sorry. Little pin light. Let's see here, which it's actually fairly bright. I'm sure you've all seen these on the net, so I really don't need to tell you how bright they are. And if I blinded you because you're sitting in your mom's basement right now watching videos and wondering what the hell you're going to do whenever there's certain situations, I'm sorry. But do yourself a favor and get out of the basement and the light won't hurt so bad. Okay, so there's that. I have a pair of military issue glasses here. Those of you who have seen these, you know what they look like, but those of you who haven't, they're just these here, and they come apart, as you can see, to have the other visors put in, the clear visors. A little lanyard on the back, a little head lanyard to keep your glasses on your head. A little cleaning rag there, and here's the clean ones with the clear nose piece on it. Supposed to stop shrapnel, so I was told, but I really don't believe it, and I wouldn't bet my life on it. So if you're going to be dealing with stuff flying up in your eyes, I'd suggest getting some safety goggles just to save your ass and maybe save your eyes. Got a little firefighter multi-tool here. It's got everything on it, including your little P38, which if you don't know what that is, you can Google it or talk to somebody who's been in the military. They'll tell you. They'll probably look at you and laugh first, though. It's a can opener. We have the little multi-tool set here that goes with it. A little ratchet piece here clips onto one of the little pieces in here, which they could have done better if they'd put the little lock piece on it like that's on an actual ratchet set, because otherwise this damn thing slips off. But it's got all your different heads there, as you can see. At least I hope we're in focus here. But anyways, that can come in handy. So put that back in there. If I can't get it in there, it'll just have to sit out. It's gonna be a little prick, so oh, maybe not. Okay, so there's that. There's the Winchester here, which some people might disagree with being a good knife. I don't. I've actually had this knife for a very long time. It stays fairly sharp. As a matter of fact, let's see here. I got a little bit off there, but not a lot. It needs to be sharpened again. My wife has cut straight frozen chicken with this and slices right through it like nothing. I normally keep it pretty sharp. I've had a few people tell me I keep it too sharp because I can end up ruining my blade, but to be honest, how sharp really is too sharp. In a need to have scenario, I'd rather have it sliced through something like butter than have to hack through it. A few modifications, as you've seen, to it. Put a little wire stripper divot there, which I just filed down and put in there. A couple of you might say, well, that might weaken the blade, but I don't think so. Just that little notch. I'm not going to keep filing it down. Once my blade gets to that point, it's probably time for a new knife anyway. Little lanyard here to go over your wrist in case you are swinging it around, which I don't plan on doing, but who knows. Call this my little butt pad. It's just a thing for a seat belt, but A, it sits in the small of your back, and B, if you have to take it off, you get yourself a pad for the ground or for your head, if necessary. This strap piece back here, I don't know if you can see it with the resolution, this piece is actually an aluminum can that I cut up and wrapped with electrical tape. Now I have the extra electrical tape there to use for whatever reason, maybe for bandages or what have you, because I don't carry band-aids. I'd rather carry treated gauze or even cotton balls, which could also be used as tinder or a filter of some sort, and just tape, because then you have as much bandage as you need, as well as an adhesive to just hold things together. And then the aluminum can in there can be used as a reflective surface or another sharp-like surface if necessary to, I don't know, maybe make barbs for a small fishing spear or what have you. Have some the nylon cordage here out of my lanyard, so have that to be able to use. We're moving on here. Here's my EDC that I actually keep equipped to my belt. Whenever I go out to my in-laws' house, yes, I do carry it, but that's fine. We all know what these compasses look like, so if you don't know what they look like, join the Boy Scouts, you have a good idea. It has a little magnifying glass on it which could be used as a source of fire if necessary, if you have to MacGyver it or whatever. But there's that. I have a hair tie on here to keep the thing closed, because otherwise you go to open it up and the whole thing falls out and you might have to worry about things falling out on you. But I have another small Winchester knife here, and this little flip blade knife here, which, oh, look at that, another Winchester. Which, there's nothing wrong with having just a few knives, just don't overdo it. I have a couple of folding knives, yes. If one breaks, I have an alternative, and I'm most likely not going to be using my best knife to do something with it if I'm going to have to worry about breaking it. Have another small multi-tool, a lighter for obvious purposes, another small compass, and that's actually a pill box, so you can put stuff in there. I have cotton swabs in there now, but I think the batteries on this are dead. I need to replace them. But it's an LED flashlight. If you haven't seen these, they're bright as hell. Do not flash somebody in the eyes with them, because if you do it repeatedly, you'll give them a headache. Also, if you go up next to somebody and you start going like this next to their eyes, you better hope they don't have a seizure. Anyways, moving on. And this whole pouch right here is nothing fancy. This is actually for shotgun shells, but I find that stuff fits in it pretty well. These little pill bottles, this one's empty, but they're for like ibuprofen or acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, and naproxen sodium is ibuprofen. Ibuprofen and Aleve are the same damn thing. They're naproxen sodium, so that's a discussion for a different time. But they hold some pretty useful stuff, and they keep a pretty good tight seal, so maybe looking into some of those. This is gonna have my sewing kit going in it, or a second sewing kit, should I say. You'll find out why. I don't want to ruin it for you. Okay, another big one. I need to do some more research on this, because everything I have in here I want to have a multi-use, but this whole thing's full of Tums. There are 15 Tums in here. If you're out bumping about or whatever, even if you're just hunting and you get some damn heartburn, it sucks, so just go ahead and have something for it. This is both for recreational use and survival use, or what have you, for any of the people that are watching this and maybe trying to get any ideas. I recommend having acetaminophen, but if you take Tylenol all the time, it's actually bad for your liver, just like naproxen sodium or ibuprofen is bad for your kidneys. So if you're taking ibuprofen all the time, put Tylenol in here. If you're taking Tylenol all the time, put ibuprofen in here. That way you're not running the risk of having something in your body that's going to be less effective, because the more you take of something, the more your body builds up an immunity to it. Just like a virus, medication happens the same way. Little Carmex or Blistex, You can actually take some of this and rub it in one of the cotton balls, and it'll actually help you be able to start a fire. So I've been told. I haven't tried it yet myself, but probably should if I'm going to have it in here. Like I said, I like to have everything that has a multi-use. Don't have just one thing that's only going to be good for, well, one thing, because then you're going to run out of room and you're going to be carrying more shit than you want. That takes care of my EDC. Now on my EDC, you'll actually see that I got a paracord bracelet up here, as well as one of my old dog tags, which no, you may not see. When I feel like giving you whatever identity I have, feel like giving you, that's totally up to me. But until then, don't bother. I'm not afraid of exposing my identity. I just kind of like my privacy, and you really don't need to know who I am. Anyhow, we'll just kind of leave that there so we don't run out of time here. Got another carabiner here, about 60 foot of paracord here. Nah, maybe not quite that much, maybe like 40 to 50. It's been a while. I had to cut some off of it one time, so I'd have to remeasure it and see how much is on there. Oh, it's a sufficient amount. Some more item here, which I'm going to need to go over and make sure the whole damn thing stays tied, because it looks like it's falling apart for some reason. Anyways, it's an elastic cord that I have on there, which elastic's good, but don't depend on it, because, like anything, it'll weather, just like plastic. I really don't care for plastic. If I can get it in metal or aluminum, that's great. Less it'll rust. I have a small sewing kit in here. I have some zip ties, Write in the Rain notebook, a couple of pins. I do not have a pencil on me because it's just as easy to start a damn fire and sharpen the end of a stick down and let it char, and you can write with it, and it works just as well as a pencil if need be. Let alone the fact I wouldn't want to write something in pencil anyway if I have to worry about being in a wet element, because the carbon can rub off. Pen works better. Sorry. I also have my Sharpie over there, so I'm actually going to be carrying 2 of those. 1 quart canteen. I guess you could call this thing a Walmart special. I mean, look at it. Does this thing look like it's going to hold up under any in particular environment? You might get a week out of this before this damn thing starts to unravel and fall apart. I'm currently in the process of looking for a military 2 quart right now, which work a hell of a lot better. This all fits on this belt, by the way. Hand sanitizer, multi-purpose, can be used to help start a fire with the alcohol content in it. Don't know about disinfecting. I don't think you'd want to disinfect a wound with it. My rifle's a bit long, but I call this a last resort round. If for some reason you're not using this for hunting and you're using it for some other reason, personally this would be my last resort, or my last go ahead to maybe either take out somebody's coming at me and try and take their firearm and go down with a fight, or I could figure out a way to maybe put it through my head just to save myself the damn trouble, depending on what kind of condition I'm in. And it stays tucked on my belt separately. Looking for some incendiary rounds, that'll be fun. Right angle flashlight. Works out very, very well. But it's got the clip on it. I have a small razor blade in the bottom. Still has all of its lenses. I used to have a whole bunch of these and gave them away to a few different people. And then a wallet. A good wallet, one that you're not going to wear and put some wear and tear on. Maybe with some either flags of identification, or maybe an extra driver's license, or hell, even an old school ID, depending on where you're from. Yeah, was there, not anymore. Have to hold on to it though for VA purposes. If you didn't catch what that was, ask your buddies, show them the video, they'll tell you. If they don't know, then get acquainted with the rest of the people in the world. Get out of your mom's basement. Other than that, that would be my survival / tactical belt and or recreational belt as well. this is something I'll be wearing hunting, because I'm not going to take 5 rounds with me to go hunting. Thanks guys, see you later.